Ah, we're live. Look, there I am. Here's the room. All right, Light Cube. I have not used this whole area yet for video, like hardly at all, but I'd love to. I love the colors here. And then I got my Mickey Mouse stuff up here. This guy, I can behead him. I've snuck candy in there before, the broomstick. This guy is out of battery. The lights usually turn on in there, and you can actually see in there. As you can see, it's another Fantasia scene. It's really, really cool. Got quite a few mugs. I put quite a bit of random crap in them. Got a Pizza Planet mug. That's the other piece to this guy. It's Mickey Mouse glass. Big Mickey Mouse plush. Got those during our honeymoon. Monorail. Por favor, mantegase alojado de las puertas. Got these guys. Got a Disneyland mug. Peter Pan, one of my favorites. A parody of the Norman Rockwell painting, but it's with Disney. This is one of my oldest pieces. It's not worth much. I got it at Hobby Lobby, but I love it. Gosh, you guys have seen it since like some of the first RTTTAs, seriously. So I probably got it in like 2011, 2012. This guy, poor Mickey, lost an ear, but this is one of my favorites as well. The ear is currently taped down here so I don't lose it in case I can fix it. Got my 64 games here. There's not a lot because these are the only ones that I technically own. The rest belong to my grandmother or my Aunt Kiki. If you're a pro here, you will recognize the red one is actually Spider-Man. Gold could be one of two things. In this case, it's Majora's Mask. Yellow can only mean one thing. DK64. Here's Ocarina of Time. Star Fox 64. As you can see, there's only one reason that I got the 3DS, and this is it. Fire Emblem, and then, oh yeah, Metroid Samus Returns. That's pretty much this spot. As I'm sure some of you guys know, this dresser has been the backdrop for like 99% of my RTTTA since the beginning. I've had this dresser for probably, what, 12 years now? I really like the way this whole thing looks. Shoutouts to my mother-in-law for being a really good interior designer. I'm full of myself. I like to see my silhouette on things. Got this pillow here. You can get this throw pillow at Redbubble, actually. I think if you just look up Beat Demon on Redbubble, you can probably find this guy. Have no cord management at all. These are my XLRs. I need to get like a little, like a pegboard, like one of those things that you can hang up and put it on. I need to get one of those for that. Here is my small shelf. Got most of my games on this, except for obviously the 64 and Fire Emblem and whatnot. This is also my Zelda spot. This is my Mickey Mouse spot. This is my Zelda spot. So we've got this guy, Ocarina of Time, and more Breath of the Wild. LED light here. I can change the color of it. I like to keep it though. Yeah, rave party. I like to keep it on red. This is a Skyward Sword based Link statue that my brother got me. Got a mug. It's got a lot of change in it. You guys have probably seen this thing all over like tons of GameStops, but I love it, so I got it. I got this with the Master Edition or whatever it's called of Breath of the Wild. It's gorgeous. That's one of my favorite pieces. Full soundtrack. Focus, you idiot. Full soundtrack of Breath of the Wild. The entire thing. Ordered it from Japan. It is everything, including the trailer music. Yes, the trailer music that I kept begging them to give, so thank God that they actually gave it. And then down here, we've got most of my games. This is not a lens, even though you may think it is. It is actually a mug. Also keep a ton of change in there. Clearly, I need to go to the bank and exchange it. This also came with that Master Collection thing, whatever it was, that giant box that I got with Breath of the Wild. This is a map. Sega Saturn games. I've only got a few at the moment. Knights, Sonic Jam. I would love to get Panzer Dragoon. And you got the freaking Master System games over here. Of course, I've only got a couple of these too. Phantasy Star. And then all these Sega Genesis games. This is not actually a Sega Genesis game. This is just what came with the Sonic Mania collection. It just looks like one. It's not legit. NES. SNES. These are my remotes to control the, in fact, actually, I could show you guys right now. It's not as simple as just turning on one flip of a switch. I wish it was. I can turn on and off most of everything in here with the remote. Pretty much I walk in here every day and this is what I do. And these have buttons too. I won't get that detailed, but I pretty much walk in here and I go, whoop, that one turns on, and then turn all those guys on. And then I come over here, turn this guy on, turn it to blue, because blue is my favorite. And then I turn this guy on. How do I do the lights? So basically, I've got tons of up lights in the back corners here, and you can literally look it up online. If you look up a remote controlled outlet, you just plug in the outlet to your normal outlet, and then you plug whatever stuff you want. And then I just use the remote control, bam, 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 turn it all on. So I don't have to go back there and try and turn it on, you know? I haven't gotten this lit up yet. I'd love to get LED lights on this side. These are probably the games I play the most, as I'm sure you're aware. PS4 games. Garrett, I never see you play these games. That's correct. I haven't played them in forever. All my GameCube games, Wii games, all my Switch games. You can probably see I very much like the Switch. Got some other stuff under here. What all do we have here? Sonic Adventure. Oh, it's like a Saturn like demo disc. Holy crap. Bootleg sampler? Dude, I don't even know if I've touched that. We should give that a look. Jet Set Radio. Spider-Man 2 for PC. Not nearly as good as the console games. However, it is still fun. And Virtua Fighter 2 for the Saturn. There you go. That's my games. Also from that Sonic Mania collection. Got this Sonic guy here. This is my stupid light bar. This is my backlight for streaming. Only ever turn it on when I'm streaming. Yes, it is sitting on top of a vinyl player. This is my vinyl player. I actually don't use it that much, I'll be honest with you guys. However, there are certain albums that I do believe just sound best on vinyl. Exhibit A. One of my favorite albums of all time sounds best on vinyl. Saturday Night Fever, Revolver, incredible album. Jane Child, Don't Want to Fall in Love, maxi single. One of my favorite songs ever that not as many people know about. If you want to know a really great old school banger, look up Don't Want to Fall in Love by Jane Child. Rage Against the Machine, incredible album. Al Jarreau, and of course Let It Be. I've got more than that, but these are the only ones that I have sitting up because I just feel like they look the best up here. That's pretty much this whole half. Here is the second half. Here is the half where I'm doing pretty much all the crap you guys know about. Double Dash is running right now. It's not running on the GameCube though because I'm trying to get component right. I want to get progressive scan, not interlace, so I'm running through the Wii. I don't have any of it lit up right now, but here is my other game systems. 64, NES, SNES, 2DS, Dreamcast, Saturn, and the Genesis. I keep my Sega systems on the bottom and my Nintendo systems on the top. Can't fit them all in there at once, so obviously one's always got to be out. Of course, the one I'm going to pick to be out is going to be the GameCube. Here's some of my other games that are sitting out. In fact, these aren't even all the game systems. I have Atari Flashback right here that I got gifted, and then I've got my Master System. And then, Wii U. And then the Switch gets its own special spot right here. I've also got one of these LED lights for it. It can change colors. It can be one solid color. I've got it set to red, even though I think the thing is designed to be like blue, so it kind of is counterintuitive. This is my desk. There's my dashboard, my Twitch dashboard. Hey, there's you guys. Haha, you're on stream. Keystation 49ES. Some people ask me about my keyboards, what I use. I keep it very simple. This is my primary MIDI keyboard. I don't need all the bells and whistles. I don't need faders. I don't need any of that. I do all of that in the box. So I pretty much just use this to play most parts. However, if I need something that's more songwriting, I need the full keyboard, or if I'm just writing music in general, I use my P115 Yamaha, and then I've got, of course, the good old DX7 here. I don't use this guy as much, but when I do, it's, you know, there's great sounds out of this thing. If you don't know anything about the DX7, this is one of the most famous synthesizers of all time. Have you ever heard anything from the 80s? Good, you've heard this thing then. One prime example would be the bass line of Take On Me. Here's my light, here's my DIY diffuser. It's called toilet paper taped in front of the light. That is this is my DIY. I'm kid you not. Too lazy and too broke to just get a diffuser. Mac Pro. This is my audio interface for anybody curious. I plug in my XLR cables into this guy, and then that guy goes into the computer, and that's how I get signal for my microphone. This is my microphone. None of it's very fancy. The M Audio. This is an older model. This thing is dirt cheap, guys. Here's my mic. It's a KSM 44. Not a bad mic. Got it from my dad, so I didn't pay for it at all. However, it's generally like an $1,100 mic. It's a good mic. It's not my favorite. Here's my capture card, Blackmagic Intensity Shuttle. It's really great because something I can do is I've got the component cables plugged in here, right? This is the input. Same with the HDMI. I've got that plugged in so I can have it all plugged in at the same time, switch around. However, on the other side, I can literally have output go into the TV, into my CRT. So with older games, I don't have to deal with analog to digital delay. It pretty much serves it as its own splitter, and it's very convenient because I don't get any of that analog to digital delay. Chillin' Dude turned me on to this capture card. I've learned its limitations recently. For instance, just today trying to plug in the PS4. Didn't work out so well. It wouldn't let me. So there are limitations, but especially for speedrunners of older games, I would say the Blackmagic Intensity is definitely something you should look at. This is my SM57 just kind of sitting here by an old cup of iced coffee because that seems like a smart thing to do. Good thing it's a cheap microphone. My monitors, I have had these since 2010. I kid you not. So it's been practically 10 years. I could get better ones, but I've just learned how these guys work, and they're not that bad, but they're actually not very expensive either. They're maybe $150. Here's my old, well, I say old, my crappy PC laptop. I play games on this. Rest of the house, I'll do the rest of the house if we get like a ton more subs. Hey, this is a really good part. Here, I'll ruin everything for you guys. Here's my closet. Looks like garbage. Here's a fold-up chair. There you go. I take that out a lot for friends. Camera. This is the same camera I've been using for the past almost 7 years. Canon EOS 60D. Here's some other lights of mine. I've got more camera equipment than this, but this is what's sitting here right now. Here's my TV. Here's a picture of my lovely wife. TV's not on right now. I'm not using it at the moment. What TV is it? Don't get it. That's what TV it is. It's a Vizio 41-inch. I have constant burn-in issues with it. Don't get it. I mean, I got it cheap, and I got it for what it's worth. So whenever I get a new TV, it probably will not be Vizio. I guess the other thing I could note is this keyboard stand. It's a 2 tiers, I'm sure you can see, which means that I can put a second keyboard on it. Maybe if I were to back up, give you guys a bit of perspective on what this whole area looks like as a whole. There you go. And so this is how I work. This is pretty much, I walk into this every day and deal with this. Yes, there's a lot of cables. Yes, it looks like a mess. No, it doesn't drive me crazy. Actually, I kind of need that full control. Here's a random sock.